70s, a lot of these stretches of trail weren't used to connect the villages. So there really was no trail when the mushers got to them. So they're having to put it in, sometimes even snowshoeing in front of their team to pack down the snow hard enough for their dogs to pass through it. So that took a lot of time and energy out of the mushers and the dogs. It was real slow going. Well, now we have a race called the Iron Dog, which is a 2,000-mile snowmobile race. And it happens a couple weeks before the Iditarod. It goes from Big Lake, it's right outside Anchorage here, follows the Iditarod Trail to Nome, then goes over Fairbanks. And what that does for us is it packs down the trail nice and hard, so our dogs have a little more of a highway to run on instead of having to trudge through that deep snow. Now, of course, there are going to be some pretty nice snowstorms and blizzards and things that are going to blow through between that race and ours, but at least it leaves a base trail for us. So it's still a lot faster, takes a lot less energy out of our dogs. So when you're going down the trail, of course you're not going to be able to carry 10 to 12 days worth of food in a sled like this. So what we have is checkpoints every 60 to 90 miles. These are native villages or outposts, lodges along the trail. And they're places where you can stop and resupply, maybe get a warm meal or a warm place to stay. About a month before the race, we'll pack up a bunch of drop bags. Look a little like this. I'll have the name of the checkpoint. You'll put the musher's name down below. You're going to fill that with any kind of supplies you might need out on the trail. Meat for your dogs, food for you, any extra headlamps, batteries, gloves, anything you can think of. We'll usually pack up about 2 or 3 of those per checkpoint. So when you come into a checkpoint, you're going to grab your drop bags and decide if you want to stay at the checkpoint or continue on. And it's pretty tempting to want to stay at the checkpoint and, enjoy the nice warm fire and maybe have a hamburger. But usually we're going to opt to go out on the trail and camp because these checkpoints are real busy places. There are going to be a lot of dog teams coming in and out. There are veterinarians and volunteers and other mushers running around. And so it's a real busy place, and the dogs have a lot to grab their attention, so they're not going to sleep very well. When we're stopped, we want our dogs doing one of 2 things, either sleeping or eating. So usually we'll grab our drop bags and grab a bale of straw, tie it on top of our sled, and then take off down the trail until we find a nice place to camp. So when we first stop on the trail, we're going to grab that bale of straw and lay it out for our dogs to lay on, and then we're going to grab our dog food cooker. This is how we're going to cook out on the trail. Just a very simple device. It's got a little pan in here. We're going to fill that with liquid heat, which is an alcohol-based product. Burns about as hot as gasoline and 3 times as long. It's a little less explosive, so that's nice. So we'll fill up this pan and light it on fire. You get a nice big blue flame. And then we're going to scoop up ice or snow in this top part. And we're going to melt that down to be our the water for our soup. Well, while we're waiting for that to boil, we'll usually throw in our meal, which is going to be a vacuum sealed piece of pizza or pasta, whatever you felt like back home to pack up. Throw it in. By the time that's boiling, your meal's cooked. You can take it out, throw it aside. You might get to it before it's frozen again. Because you got to take care of the dogs first. So we're going to throw in their soup, which is going to be a mix of specialty dog food for athletic dogs. It's about 32% fat and 22% fat, 32% protein. Going to throw that in with a bunch of meat and make a nice thick soup for the dogs. Well,